Are you feeling stuck in your area of expertise? Don't you want to generate more innovative ideas? The answer is simple. Step outside your field of expertise. Let it collide with knowledge from completely different domains. Why does it work? This slide explains it all. There's a limit to how deep you can go within your current area of specialization. People from the same field gather and keep thinking from the same assumptions. This is the expert trap. But something happens at the moment when different fields intersect. Music theory meets computer science. Biology collides with business strategy. The sparks from that collision, that's innovation. According to a 2018 study by the Boston Consulting Group, companies with diverse leadership teams generate approximately 20% more innovation revenue than those without. That gap is created when different perspectives come together. This theory, proposed by Frans Johansson in his 2004 book, The Medici Effect, is not a hypothesis. Apple, Tesla, Airbnb. What these companies have in common is that intersectional thinking, integrating multiple domains, sits at their core. And this is achievable. Read a book outside your field for just 30 minutes every week. Engage in dialogue with professionals from completely different industries. Do this, and your capacity for innovation will transform. Today, I'll show you the science behind it. 600 years ago, a single family created the stage for the greatest experiment in creativity in history. The Medici family. The Medici, having built their fortune as Florentine bankers, made a revolutionary decision. Not to support only artists. Not to support only scientists. Poets, philosophers, architects, musicians. They provided patronage to talent across every field and simultaneously created spaces where those people could interact. What was the result? The entire city of Florence became one enormous salon. Leonardo da Vinci was an artist, an anatomist, an engineer, and an inventor. Michelangelo mastered sculpture, architecture, and poetry simultaneously. Botticelli fused mythology with visual art. Why were they able to become so multidimensional? Because in the same city, talent from completely different fields converged and drew fierce inspiration from each other's work and ideas. Beyond direct dialogue, walking through the city meant encountering another genius's work at every turn. That environment continuously injected alien concepts in a natural way. This is the true nature of the Renaissance rebirth. A 100-year proof that an intentionally designed patronage environment awakened dormant potential. Here is the core of it. The Medici effect is not philosophy. It's a brain mechanism that neuroscience can explain. What happens when your brain keeps processing only information from the same field? Existing neural circuits are reinforced. In other words, what you already know simply becomes more entrenched. But when concepts from different fields collide, the brain shows a completely different response. According to a 2018 study published in PNAS by Roger Beatty and colleagues at Penn State University, in the brains of highly creative people, the DMN, the default mode network, and the executive control network are simultaneously activated. Normally, these two networks are in a competitive relationship, but at the moment of creative insight, both cooperate. When knowledge from different fields enters the picture, this cooperation becomes more likely to occur. The moment a concept from one domain touches a problem in another, the brain begins remote association. This is the neural basis of what we call the aha moment. A 2018 review in Nature Reviews Neuroscience and a 2020 study in Trends in Cognitive Sciences also support this cooperative relationship between creativity and brain networks. Every time you learn knowledge from a different field, your brain is literally attempting to build new connection circuits. Those circuits become the pathway to answers no one else can reach. This is the scientific true nature of the Medici effect. Theory alone won't move you. Let's look at modern examples. Apple. Before Steve Jobs took the lead, design didn't exist in the computer industry. Function was everything. Jobs himself spoke about it in his 2005 Stanford commencement address. After dropping out of Reed College, he stayed for just one class, a calligraphy class. It seemed completely unrelated to computers, but 10 years later, Jobs said that calligraphic aesthetic sensibility gave birth to Macintosh's beautiful typography and became the core of Apple's design philosophy. Technology times design times humanities. That three-way intersection was one of the great forces that drove Apple. Airbnb. Co-founder Brian Chesky was a designer. Precisely because he didn't know the conventions of the hotel industry, he could conceive the concept of staying in a stranger's home. Tesla. Elon Musk is not an automotive engineer. He brought the experience of physics and IT entrepreneurship to bear on the energy problem. What can we learn from all three companies? An outsider's perspective makes it easier to break free from the constraints of industry convention. At the same time, there will always be domains where insider expertise becomes the weapon. What matters is how you combine the strengths of both. So how do you make the Medici effect your own? Don't wait for inspiration. Design the intersection. American sociologist Mark Granovetter published a study in the American Sociological Review in 1973 called The Strength of Weak Ties. It demonstrated that contact with people you don't usually interact with, acquaintances from other industries, friends from completely different fields, is more likely to lead to new ideas and opportunities. And a 2004 study in Administrative Science Quarterly confirmed that people who intentionally build diverse networks produce more creative outcomes. Designing your network gives you far greater reproducibility than relying on chance. There are 4 steps. Step 1. Cross-domain mapping. Take out a piece of paper right now and write down 3 fields that are furthest from your own expertise. If you're an engineer, it might be anthropology, cooking, and theater. If you're a consultant, it might be marine biology, music production, and architecture. Those 3 fields are your intersection candidates. Step 2. Weekly cross-boundary learning. Read 1 book outside your field every week. During your daily commute, listen to podcasts outside your specialty. Don't think about whether it's useful. The entire point is exposing your brain to alien concepts. Step 3. Cross-domain interaction. Once a month, have coffee with a professional from a completely different industry. Now that remote work is widespread, if you don't consciously step outside, your world will keep narrowing. An architect, a chef, a nurse, any of them will do. What they take for granted might be a revolution in your industry. Step 4. Forced analogy. Once a week, try explaining the biggest challenge you're facing in the language of a different field. If I described this sales challenge as a cooking recipe, what would it look like? If I described this system problem as an ecosystem, what would it look like? This forced translation prompts the brain to build new connections. Now let's talk about the most powerful weapon that today's audience alone can wield. That weapon is generative AI. To enter the Medici salon, you had to live in Florence. To engage in dialogue with geniuses from different fields, you needed a physical place and time. But today is different. According to a 2023 study by Harvard Business School professor Karim Lakhani and colleagues, generative AI has dramatically lowered the cost of integrating knowledge across disciplines. An HBS working paper released in September of the same year, Navigating the Jagged Technological Frontier, showed that consultants who used AI as a partner achieved a 40% improvement in task quality. What does this mean for cross-boundary learning? When you want to understand concepts from fields outside your expertise, you can instantly organize the key points by asking AI. You can have AI translate technical terms from other disciplines into your own field's language. You can force AI to generate analogies. The cycle of learn right pointing arrow, meet right pointing arrow try has multiplied in speed thanks to AI. You already hold the most powerful tool. All that's left is whether you use that tool for cross-boundary exploration. Here, I need to clear up an important misconception. The Medici effect is not about abandoning your expertise. It's about crossing boundaries while holding onto your expertise. This is called the T-shaped professional. It's a concept that has been widely adopted in talent development since the 1990s. Design consulting firm IDEO has been spreading this idea in the context of hiring and culture as the model of a specialist who can collaborate. The vertical bar is depth, your specialist's strength. The horizontal bar is breadth, the cross-domain knowledge you've gained by crossing boundaries. Why is the T-shape so powerful? Those who specialize in one field can only deeply solve problems within that field. On the other hand, those with only breadth end up combining shallow knowledge. But the T-shaped professional holds both genuine insight born from deep expertise and innovative perspective from other fields simultaneously. There is an innovation space that only that combination can reach. LinkedIn's 2024 Global Talent Trends Report also shows that demand for people with adaptability and multiple skills is surging. Those doing the hiring have already realized it. The rarest and most valuable professionals are those who combine deep expertise with cross-boundary range. Which T-shape are you aiming for? While protecting the depth of expertise you already have, in which direction will you cross boundaries? That is your unique intersection strategy. Now, let's organize the key points. The Medici effect. Innovation happens at the intersection. First, crossing boundaries physically changes your brain's creativity. When concepts from different fields collide, the default mode network and executive control system in your brain cooperate, producing breakthrough ideas impossible to reach through specialization alone. By continuing weekly cross-boundary learning, the circuits for this remote association will grow. Second, intersections can be designed, not left to chance. The Medici family intentionally created an environment where talent from different fields could intersect. Monthly cross-domain interactions and the practice of forced analogies will recreate a modern Medici salon in your office and daily life. Now more than ever, with remote work weakening our weak ties, this design must be done consciously. Third, generative AI has become the most powerful tool for crossing boundaries. Summarizing knowledge from outside your field, translating terminology, generating analogies. You already hold a tool the Medici family never had. All that's left is whether you use it for crossing boundaries. And now, I want you to ask yourself this. What are the 3 fields furthest from your own expertise? And if tomorrow you spent 1 hour in dialogue with an expert from that field, what new light would it shed on the biggest challenge you're facing right now? Share your intersection strategy in the comments below. What you currently hold as your expertise, and the field you're about to cross into. Your action plan, your realizations, your success stories. All of it becomes the collective wisdom of this community. Thanks for investing your time in mastering this today. This channel takes innovative thinking frameworks like the Medici effect and converts them into concrete systems you can put to use starting tomorrow. Our mission is to deliver not just knowledge of the theory, but actionable blueprints that actually get you moving, backed by scientific evidence. Subscribe to the channel and let's cross the boundaries of your thinking and action together. Hit like and turn on notifications, and every time a new door to the next intersection opens, it'll reach you. See you in the next one.